This video is brought to you by Titan and my programs on building your wealth, both linked down below. Coupon code expiring in 2 days. Now, in this video, we need to talk about some buying that I have done. Now, to the bumbling idiots and morons who don't understand strategy, they might think that this was a flip-flop, a change of direction, FOMO, a clown move. And for those people, go ahead and leave a dislike and get the hell out of here. Not my problem. To everybody else, let me explain my thesis for exactly which companies I bought and why I bought them. All right, here's the thing. And also, for full transparency, I only bought these within the last 2 hours, so I'm trying to be as fast as possible here, okay? Trying to maintain that goal of being the most transparent trader slash investor when I'm investing. I'm trading right now. I'm making a bet. It's a trade. It's not an investment. All right, let's get into it. Oh, man. Y'all know my birthday's in 2 days, which means the coupon code on building your wealth with the courses linked down below does expire in 2 days. So check that out. All right, let's talk about this. So here's the thing. We have a situation where the Federal Reserve meets in a few hours, and there are a few expected results. It's also important to remember that we have a quite ugly declining stimmy curve, so there are definitely risks to being extremely long the market, in my opinion, or being all in. I'm not all in right now. Take a look at this. This right here is what I call the stimmy curve. The stimmy curve is essentially, on the left side, we have this explosion in stimulus. Here, let me highlight that as we go through it. There we go. This is the explosion of stimulus right here. And then we have the weaning off of stimulus. Less stimulus checks, the expiration of PPP money, unemployment benefits expiring, child tax credit coming in, but then expiring. Child tax credit really just offset the unemployment, and I feel like it kind of gave us a little bit of a flat period here. But we're going to get this break, and then we're going to lump sum child tax credit, which is kind of going to be seen as a sort of single stimulus check that'll come in through about March and April, and then stimulus will be gone. Then we'll also get to the reduction or runoff by the Federal Reserve of their assets, which could remove liquidity from the market. So long run, we still have risks, substantial risks in the market in terms of how the market might react to this declining monetary and fiscal stimulus. So that's pretty important to remember. While we remember this, though, the market right now is trying to price in as much as possible the events that are expected to transpire today and the events that are expected to transpire on March 16th. The guidance that we get from Jerome Powell today should provide us some insight into obviously what is going to happen today, but what is expected to happen on March 16th and even going forward. Questions should be extremely pointed to give us the answers that we need. And based on the latest research I've done, I believe that today is a very hedged event, and so is March 16th, and that could have led to a lot of the selling pressure that we've seen. Now, I'm still not buying my mid or large caps back. Instead, I'm making a bet on small caps, and I'll tell you exactly which ones in a moment, which, keep in mind, I made this clear that I was going to make a bet on small caps when we had our Beer with Kevin video. I believe that was Sunday night, so you can check that out and fact check me. But anyway, here are the scenarios that I believe we're going to face going forward. So the scenarios are very simple. First, I believe that the Federal Reserve has the potential, not the likelihood, of announcing the completion of the taper and then an interest rate hike. I believe that this is approximately a 1% chance. So in other words, it would be a shock to the market, and I would expect the market would crash. See, unexpected equals crash. S&P, whatever, QQQ, these could all go down 4 to 7%. But I don't expect this. The taper now is a possibility. Oh, we completed the taper and we're not hiking rates. This, I believe, is a 5% possibility. Then we have the possibility here of, at the bottom, Jerome Powell coming out and just canceling all rate hikes, which I think is relatively unrealistic and unlikely, so I've also placed this at approximately a 1% chance of happening. More likely, somewhere between 20 and 25%, and then 70 and 75%, one of these middle options will occur. And one of the middle options would be guiding for a March 16th taper completion and possibly a double, or providing some form of schedule of rate hikes to get to 3 to 4 rate hikes this year. I think this would be the worst of the two middle cases, but it's also starting to get priced in. I think what's more likely, though, is right here, which is that the interest rate hike will be pretty much cemented for March 16th with a 0.25% hike. 0.25, that's 25 basis points. The taper will be done by March 16th as expected, so this is my base case scenario here. Now, because I believe this is a hedged event, I believe there's a possibility that shorts are going to unwind after this event. I could be completely wrong. Please don't follow me off what could be jumping off of a bridge or jumping out of a plane without a parachute. I have no idea what's going to happen. This is a trade. So I have decided to start purchasing various different small caps. And the small caps that I'm buying, I'm going to list right now. I have bought some options, though mostly shares, in the following stocks. I want to be very, very clear. This is, again, risky. Small caps could sell off substantially more. And I'm sorry if your small cap is not on this. It's not my responsibility to worry about what stocks y'all are investing in. My responsibility is to myself and to transparency to you, because that's what I've promised, and hodling those AMC shares, which I still hodl. Before I talk about exactly what I bought, which course members are already aware of, join that link down below if you have not yet, we've got a message from our sponsor, Titan. Let's take a listen. Thank you, today's sponsor, Titan. It takes a lot of time to keep up with everything going on in the stock market. I know, I spend hours every single day researching everything that goes on. And quite frankly, this is where Titan can help you. Titan is the first investment platform for everyday investors that want their money actively managed by a team of experts. They do the research for you, so you don't have to spend hours or reading articles and understanding the Federal Reserve reports or stressing out about the minutes. Oh my gosh, the minutes. Having someone else manage your portfolio can save a lot of time and a lot of stress, and you can get started for as little as $100. They even offer an actively managed crypto portfolio, so even if you're not a complete expert in crypto, but you want exposure to crypto, they can take care of you. The Titan team can manage it for you. You'll even see exactly how your money is managed through their video, audio, and written updates through their proprietary mobile app. Right now, if you use my URL, titan.com/Kevin, you'll get your first 3 months of investment management totally for free, 0 fees. And you can now join the smarter way to invest with Titan. And all it takes is clicking that link down below or going to titan.com/Kevin and $100, and you can get started. Remember, that's titan.com/Kevin for 0 fees. I bought a ton of lemonade this morning. $31. It's a steal. Hut 8 Mining and Bakkt Holdings, BKKT. I think these have sold off substantially. Obviously, they've come down with BTC, but I do expect a strong crypto reversal this year. I bought Cardano, Solana, Luna, and Tezos. Then I bought, some of you are going to laugh, but again, it's a trade, Tattooed Chef, Shift Technologies, SoFi, Nano Dimensions, and I don't think there's an S on that one, but it doesn't matter, and Laser, which is LAZR, that's Luminaire. I am now 45% in the market on this trade. I am maybe out of total value in the stock market and crypto, like 15% exposed to options. Crypto, I'm in about 1.2 mil. I have 2 short positions. One is on ARK, which is doing absolutely terribly because ARK is up. And the other one's on Lucid. I did take delivery of a Lucid yesterday, by the way. And then, what else? What have I not said? Oh, yeah. And so I'm still 55% cash. I am going to keep that cash because if we end up getting a shock to the downside or not, I'm going to just end up being patient over the next 3 to 4 months, and I'll end up buying the dip on other stuff if things keep going down. If things rally, like Affirm, Robinhood, Tesla, or whatever, then I think these small caps will rally as well. But I think these small caps might actually be first back. And the reason I think the small caps will be first back is because they're so shorted that I think when the shorts unwind, because we got clarity and uncertainty is somewhat removed from our market, then there could be a reward to essentially these here. Now, I know there are going to be some people who are confused. They're like, wait a minute, Kevin, like, you were saying buy and then you sold and now you're buying again. Like, isn't this flip-floppy? I mean, I don't think so, because my goal was to take losses, and I just want to be as transparent as possible. Again, I'm trying my best. My goal was to take my gains that I had on Tesla and wash them with losses. See, I had about $3 to $4 million of trading gains, like actual profit I realized last year. That's trading gains. That's, buy low, sell high. Like, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on $3 to $4 million of gains last year on just trading gains. And remember, every single trade I make, whether it's long or short or whatever, every single trade I make is posted in that Stocks and Psychology of Money group, link down below. We already did a course member live stream earlier today talking about these positions and my rationale and things like that, and I answered questions and so on. But anyway, in this year, I am taking advantage of the fact that Affirm and Robinhood are down a lot, and I'm using those losses to offset large gains that I have in Tesla. I'm still going to be way up because the Tesla gains are way in excess of the losses on like Robinhood or Affirm. And I am going to also, I'm going to buy a little bit of Matterport too. So I'm going to have a wash sale on Matterport, but that's okay. I've calculated that my tax liability is probably going to be somewhere around, it's actually probably going to end up being less than expected, especially with this strategy. Probably only going to have to pay taxes on like 3 unwashed of gains, which is not bad. And especially if I follow through with the strategy. And then if we get a nice rebound, then hopefully small caps move first. I could take some profits here or take the other cash I have. And once I have confidence that the Federal Reserve fears are over, the hike fears are over, I'll go back to all in on the market. Now, I want to be clear that I went from being about $8 million in margin to now being 55% cash. And that's why I'm making this trade here on the small caps, which could be very, very risky. But I believe that they have an outsized potential to return gains quicker than the mid and large caps. So I actually need less exposure to them, in my opinion, to potentially have a similar rate of return. Now I have a bunch of extra cash on the sidelines and margin. Dare I touch it again? And I've never been margin called. I want to be clear about it. Then I can go buy my faves back, probably after my wash sale period is over. It wouldn't matter on Robinhood. It wouldn't matter on Tesla, though. I could buy Tesla tomorrow. Like, if it tanks tomorrow, I might buy Tesla tomorrow. If it tanks after earnings, so we'll see. Anyway, these are all my thoughts. So thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Don't blindly follow me. If you want more information on my programs, click the link down below. Check those out. And thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.